All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the story of a really different kind of company, one that's all about taking ancient cultural heritage and giving it a brand new, modern mission.
So, let me ask you something. What if you could hold centuries of folklore, like right in the palm of your hand? Imagine the ancient legends, the spirits of the Malay archipelago, the whole region known as the Nusantara. What if they could come alive on your phone during your commute, or even become a new family tradition?
Well, that's exactly the promise behind a project called 366 Cerita Rakyat Nusantara. It's basically a gateway, a way to tap into the values and the imagination of the entire region. And they do it through storytelling that grabs everyone, from kids to adults.
And we're talking about some seriously diverse stories here. You get these epic tales of legendary warriors like Heng Tuah. Then you have these really moving stories of sacrifice, like God at Ranchi. And then these wild adventures with mysterious characters like Unak. Each episode is like digging into a totally new corner of this amazing cultural tapestry. Okay, so a project this big, this ambitious, it needs a pretty special vision, right? So who's the creative force behind all this? The ones bringing these ancient stories into our modern world? The answer is a group called By Definition Pte Ltd. And as you're about to find out, they are so much more than just a regular production company. See, they operate as what's called a social enterprise. And that means their main goal isn't just about making money. No, their whole mission is about making arts, culture, and heritage education sustainable and, really innovative for the next generation. And their mission statement really spells out how they do it. Everything they create is built on this solid foundation of deep, serious research, and it's all delivered with integrity. So this isn't just about fun stories, it's professional-grade preservation. Now, a mission like that, it absolutely needs passionate leaders at the helm. So let's meet the three co-founders who actually built By Definition right from the very beginning. First up, we've got Abdullah Zamzouri. He's the director for arts and education. Think of him as the creative engine, the guy who's not only developing the curricula and writing the scripts, but he's also the actual storyteller you hear in the podcast. Then there's Surya Kenchana Omar, who is the heritage and academia expert. This guy has a master's in Southeast Asian studies. He's the one providing all that deep cultural and historical research that makes sure every single project is completely authentic. And rounding out the trio, we have Emin Lim, the director for corporate development. He's the strategic mastermind, He manages all the operations, the business side of things, the infrastructure that lets all that creative and academic work actually happen and thrive. So get this, you've got an artist, a scholar, and a strategist. On paper, that might sound like a pretty odd mix, right? But in reality, that unique fusion of these totally different talents, well, that's their secret weapon. It's their biggest strength. So, how does this fusion actually work in practice? Well, it all flows through this really clear three-step process. First, it all starts with Surya Kenchana's intense academic research. Then, that research gets handed over to Abdullah for all the creative development. And finally, it's all brought to life through Aman's strategic execution. It's like a perfect assembly line of creativity. This table, right here, it just lays it all out perfectly. Just look at how each person's role is so different, yet they're completely dependent on each other. The research from Surya Kenchana needs a creative voice, which Abdullah provides. And that creative work, it needs a solid strategy from Aman to actually reach people. You can't have one without the others. They're a team in the truest sense. And the stuff they create from this collaboration is just fascinating. It goes way beyond the podcast. They've made things you can actually touch and use, like the world's very first instant Wayon Kulit set, that's a shadow puppet set, and Singapore's first island-wide cultural amazing race. They even have things like crafting kits and sing-along books. They're literally making heritage interactive and fun. Okay, so you've got these three totally different experts and this huge range of innovative products. What's the glue holding it all together? What's the one core idea, the philosophy, that unites everything they do? Well, it all comes down to this one powerful motto from co-founder Abdullah Zamzouri: driven by purpose, defined by progress. Seriously, that simple phrase,
It's the key to understanding this entire company. And you gotta understand, this isn't just some catchy personal mantra. It's the philosophical heartbeat of the whole company. The purpose part? That's their mission to preserve and innovate culture. And the progress part? That's measured by the real, tangible, educational things they create for all of us. And you can see that philosophy echoed perfectly in their official company values. You've got honesty and integrity. That's being driven by purpose, right? Then you have timeliness and customization. That's all about being defined by progress. It's this incredible alignment of a personal vision with a corporate mission. So, the story of By Definition is just this amazing example of what can happen when you mix academic passion, creative talent, and sharp strategic thinking. You can build something truly meaningful. And it kind of leaves us all with one final question to think about. What unique story can your passions tell?